Indian team, they had their final, last high intensity practice session of this T20 World Cup. Because
Exactly.
even if they win here, there's a little bit of focus on Varun Chakravarti, because Varun, he has struggled in the last three games with his economy
Yes.
rate. So there was from the practice session, I don't see any changes in the Indian side, Indian lineup. Maybe England may bring in Adil Rashid for the experience and Overton in place of Dawson, maybe.
Shagnipan Banerjee is joining with me today again from the Marine Drive, Mumbai. And this is the place of celebration for Indian cricket. We have seen the celebration after 2011 World Cup win here, and we have seen the same when India won the World Cup in 2024. Whether one more celebration is about to come after a week, I will only tell. But before that, India need to win the most important semi-final against England. So as we all informed yesterday, so both the teams came for the first night practice before the semi-final today. And what you have seen, what are the outcome from the first night practices of India and England?
Yes, I am, of course, at the Marine Drive, which is a place of celebrations. We all remember those pictures after winning the 2011 World Cup, or maybe
Yes.
after winning the 2024 T20 World Cup. But again, yes, India is on the verge of making another final, but England are on their way, and
Absolutely.
this will be the third straightforward India versus England World Cup T20 World Cup semi-final. We have seen the game in Adelaide. We were there. I was there in Guyana, and now I am in Mumbai. So for me
Exactly.
also, it's a hat trick of India versus England T20 World Cup semi-final.
Exactly.
Yes, I think Indian team, they had their final, last high intensity practice session of this T20 World Cup. Because
Exactly.
even if they win here, they in Ahmedabad, they will get just 1 day for practice. So match day -1, I don't think they will do a high intensity session. So today's practice was the last high intensity practice session for the Indian team in this World Cup, and they had an extended session. I can tell you that. I have watched the practice session from close proximity. I have seen that these people, they sweated a lot at the net. Focus, of course, if you talk about the takeaways from the practice session, I will say that the focus was on getting some balls, feeling some balls are in their middle, getting some balls out of the park. Their focus was on range hitting. Most of the batters, they have batted and hit lots of sixes.
Okay.
Throughout the session, all the batters, in fact, even the tail enders, whenever they batted, they hit a lot of sixes. There's a little bit of focus on Varun Chakravarti, because Varun, he has struggled in the last three games with his economy
Yes.
rate. So there was a little bit of focus on him. The coaching staff, they gave him special attention. But I haven't seen, I did not see any particular change in his bowling. He was still bowling that flat trajectory and pushing the ball. Don't
Mhm.
did not did not give the ball much air like Varun always does. Babe. I think that most of the practice session were dominated by the Indian batters hitting those big sixes. I think that was the
Absolutely.
biggest takeaway of the practice session. Let me inform you that this India versus England semi-final will be played on the same surface in which England took on West Indies. I think England lost to West Indies, and
Mhm.
I think Nepal versus Italy game was played on that pitch, and Italy won by 10 wickets. So it's a high-scoring wicket. Dew will be a factor, but today there was not much dew. I mean, you watch much heavier in Chennai and Kolkata. And here there was not much dew. But yeah, I mean, concern for Indian team, I think toss. I mean, for both the teams, in fact, toss will be a big factor. And Sam Curran did a press conference today, and he also mentioned this toss factor. That toss is probably one of the deciding factors of this game.
Okay. And do you think that speed will take part in this game?
Not much. I don't see. I don't think the wicket will have lot of turns, but someone like Aksar, someone like Varun, they can obviously get something out of the surface because they don't need much turn. But someone like Adil Rashid or Rehan Ahmed, people who need turns, I think for them, I think I don't think there will be enough on that surface. There's a little bit of greenish tinge on the surface, but I don't think during the game we'll see enough grass. So wicket will be a typical red soil Wankhede pitch.
And what do you think about the first 11 for both the teams? Any changes will come from the last matches?
From the practice session, I don't see any changes in the Indian side, Indian lineup. Maybe England may bring in Adil Rashid for the experience and Overton in place of Dawson, maybe.
Okay, okay, okay. And the dew is going to be a factor here.
As I said, the dew was not as heavy as it was in Wankhede or sorry, in Chennai or Kolkata. But again, at Wankhede, definitely chasing the team always get a little bit of preference.
Okay. And what do you think? With you, as per you, which team is ahead for the final? And
It is very hard to say which team is ahead. It's a T20 format, India versus England. Both teams that deep, both teams have a lot of all-round abilities. It is Wankhede is a high-scoring venue, so I don't see any clear favorite going into this game. Um, Again, I feel the toss chasing team will probably have a bit, have an advantage. Will have an advantage.
okay. Thank you, Shanifer, for joining with me. We'll catch you again on tomorrow with some more updates about this high voltage semi-final.
Definitely, definitely. Thank you.